Hey, it's your favorite corruption fighter, that damn Michael Marsh. So, what are we going to be doing? We're going to rally July 3rd in front of the Indian River County Courthouse, my favorite courthouse. Shouts out to their wonderful, good old clerk over there, Clerk Smith. I promise you won't run unimposed next time there, Jeffrey. Anyways, this video is not about your incompetent clerk of the court. This video is about the fact that we're going to rally in front of the courthouse July 3rd. Why are we going to rally? Well, let me explain to you. Right now, the case of Alteria Woods is going to be going to a grand jury. Now, the use of a grand jury is an absolute waste of time for the most part, because a grand jury is what they call an ex parte, a one-sided hearing, where the state attorney gets to go in there with their set of facts and present it to a grand jury, and they come back with an indictment or no indictment. Here's the little problem with the use of a grand jury. If you have the state attorney's office basically in bed with the sheriff's office, do you really think that they're going to be given all the evidence, okay, like they're supposed to be given? We cannot depend on a grand jury to come back with an indictment for the killer or killers of Alteria Woods. But they've already made the decision that that's what they're going to do. They're going to send this case to a grand jury. And now this grand jury, when they convene, they will make the decision whether either one of the cops on that date committed any type of criminal case. But here's my question. The state attorney has been back to the murder scene numerous times. And you're going to tell me that they can't make a decision if there's enough evidence and they got to use a grand jury? That's an absolute slap in the face. Speaking of a slap in the face, so the Indian River County Sheriff's Office was not going to release the fact that these deputies were back to work, business as usual. I did that. Me. I did it. Shouts out to my favorite public information person. I heard they got some questions for you there, Major Flowers. How come you respond back to the media but not me? Damn. You know what? I think I'm going to take this team success thing into like some type of media, maybe like an alternative media. I think I'm going to be a journalist. I mean, I got enough degrees. How hard can it be to figure out journalism? Then does that mean me and Major Flowers could be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Damn, Major Flowers. But anyhow, so they were never going to release the fact that everyone's back to work. Now they did. But here's my million-dollar question. How in the world was everyone back to work, but the internal affairs investigation is still open? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on here. So you mean to tell me that these three individuals are still under investigation by your fine internal affairs? Damn. Speaking of internal affairs, shouts out to my favorites over at their internal affairs. My fan favorite of all time, Sergeant Joseph Abalo. That Sergeant Abalo must be really busy nowadays. And listen, could y'all let Detective Leroy know what's going on over there? Because I feel bad that y'all don't include him in none of these conversations. Because when I got to see my friend Detective Leroy and I asked him if the Alteria Woods case was still open, he said, per Wanda Scott's Facebook, and that hurt my feelings because he don't want to go on my Facebook, but per Wanda Scott's Facebook, that he does not know if the case is open or closed, to contact Sergeant Joseph Abalo. Listen, why is it that someone else from the sheriff's office can confirm that the case is still open? Now, Detective Leroy works for Internal Affairs. Y'all couldn't tell Leroy that the case was still open, that Michael Marsh was coming? Why someone else from the sheriff's office had to give me that information? I'm a little confused here. It doesn't really sound like the left hand knows what the right hand's got going on there. But anyhow, So the internal affairs case is still open, but everyone's back to work. The two individuals from the Indian River County Sheriff's Office, they went back to work March 31st. Now, as far as the Indian River Shores officer, I'm waiting to hear back and find out when that officer went back to work. But just look at this for a second. They all went back to work, the ones from the Sheriff's Office, the two of them, March 31st. Okay? So Altieri was killed the 19th, and they all went back to work the 31st. But yet, the internal affairs investigation, 3 months later almost, is still open. How the hell are they back working, but the internal affairs is still open? See, these are questions for your sheriff, not my sheriff. But these are questions that doesn't even make sense. They stopped working for X amount of days, but then yet they went back to work, and internal affairs still has an open investigation. That don't make no damn sense whatsoever. Now, it's very important that these so-called community meetings, that the community is made aware of such things. Because here's the thing. A lot of these so-called meetings are absolutely pointless. For example, your COPE meeting. What the hell has been accomplished by this ridiculous meeting that they call community-oriented policing? Listen, that meeting is put in place so no one in Gifford turns up too much. Okay? That meeting is to make sure we got to know what's going on in Gifford. Got to keep them quiet. There ain't nothing that came out that damn COPE meeting that has done anything for Gifford. So, listen, don't sell me that dream at all. And you know what? All the leaders who go to the COPE meeting, how many did y'all see at the rally for Altieri? No, hold on. This juice is delicious. None! None! All the Gifford community leaders were tied up that day. That is disgusting. Listen, if y'all don't want to actually be leaders in the black community, I tell you what, I'm going to run for NAACP. Yeah. Let the Italian person come into Gifford and teach them how to run their own organization. Because last I checked, what are they doing for blacks? Nothing. Go ask Council Bryant when they beat the shit out of him what the NAACP did. Oh, I know. They bonded him out. They should have been working to sue the shit out the sheriff's office. But no. There's just suspensions. There's no outcry. Where was the outcry when they beat the hell out of Council Bryant? I have another question. It's very funny to me that these so-called leaders always have the same response when it comes to any type of media. We're gonna wait. We're not gonna jump to any conclusions. We're gonna let the sheriff's office do their investigation. That is the same damn poor excuse of a response every time. You ain't gotta take my word for it. Look at the media. Read TC Palm. Okay? I would tell you to go read Vero News, but we know they love the sheriff. Read TC Palm. It's the same exact response from the NAACP. We're going to wait. What are we going to wait for? How many more blacks have to be killed by the hands of Indian River County Sheriff's Office before magically someone says, you know something? I think we should change the leadership. So, speaking of the COPE meeting, I know it's like this big secret, I guess, but I'm going to make sure that the people of Gifford know that the COPE meeting is coming up on the 19th. Matter of fact, I hope that the entire Gifford shows up, because the last COPE meeting, which I was there, the last COPE meeting, Mr. Wilfork said it's a clean slate. We're going to get this piece of paper, it's going to be blank, and we're going to give some ideas. Man, that was a good idea, Mr. Wilfork. I got some ideas. I got some real good ideas. So, let's go ahead and get these ideas put on paper, and let's see how we're going to start working hand in hand with the sheriff's office. But here's my question. I'm pretty sure your sheriff said July 13th was the meeting, basically the public hearing on these body cameras. Now, I ain't the smartest person in the world, but I have a little understanding of government. And from what I was told, July 12th is actually the workshop. July 12th is the workshop. July 13th, there will be no meeting unless it carries over from the 12th. Damn, Sheriff. Did you tell us the wrong date? I'm going to have to go back and watch that Facebook Live. I thought I heard the 13th. Someone said the 13th. Someone said the 13th. Now, I will make sure the community has the right information. Man, let's talk about erroneous information given by the sheriff. Let's see here. Alteria Woods was shot once. No, 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 no. She was shot numerous times, Sheriff. Alteria Woods was pregnant. No, she wasn't, Sheriff. A mugshot used for Alteria Woods to victimize her all over again. You can't make this stuff up. And I have proof. And the proof will come out very soon. I was recently asked, Michael, how did you know? How were you able to release these names? Oh, wouldn't you like to know? See, that's the funny part. See, back in the day, like a good year ago, a good buddy of mine was fired from the sheriff's office because when you befriend me, chances are you may lose your job. But let me tell you what was funny when my buddy got fired. See, they put him on administrative leave. And you know what? He ain't go back to work. He didn't kill no one. He didn't do anything other than befriend that damn Michael Marsh. So you mean to tell me you can kill someone and go back to work literally 11, 12 days later, but if you happen to get accused of disseminating information to Michael Marsh, you don't go back to work. Hold on. This cranberry juice gets better and better as I drink it. So, it's time to educate. July 19th is your waste of time COPE meeting. But what I want to see at this COPE meeting is, I think some new people who represent Gifford should also be there. And I'm working hard to make sure they are there. So hopefully they will be in attendance. June 20th, I will be in front of the Board of County Commissioners. The meeting starts at 9 a.m. And that's going to be where I give a presentation on these body cameras. And your sheriff will be notified that Michael Marsh is coming. Now, if you remember, 1 year ago, your sheriff, when asked by me, Sheriff, how much would the cloud storage, how much would the training cost, what are we talking here in numbers? Couldn't tell you. What? That's what your sheriff told me. He said I couldn't even tell you. Now, you got all these smart people around you, Sheriff, and no one can look into a size agency like yours and tell us, the community, how much would it cost for the cloud storage for these body cameras, the training for these body cameras? Listen, as smart as Major Flowers is, I know he can give you the right information. Actually, in 2020, I got high hopes for Major Flowers. I'm hoping to be a part of his political campaign when he runs for sheriff. That's a rumor that I heard, that our good old Eric Flowers will be the next sheriff. Listen, they couldn't find another miniature version of Laura if they tried. So I fully endorse and support Eric Flowers in 2020. Listen, the rate I'm going, anyone that I help campaign, they lose. So I figure I'm going to jump on board with the Eric Flowers campaign. So Major Flowers, if you're watching this, which eventually you will, let me know how I can help. Any type of magnets. Listen, I'll remove all the Darrell River stuff if you get me some magnets for the Prius. Okay? And I would love to come on your show. Let me know when you have a free hour for that cop show you do. I would love to talk about body cameras. We can talk about the legislature. There's so many things we can talk about, Major. You know? And I love the new look, by the way. In case y'all didn't notice, Major Flowers got his braces removed a few months ago. And he looks great. I look forward to seeing him Monday. Just maybe he'll write me back. Just maybe. Damn, Flowers. So, the 20th, the Board of County Commissioners meeting. That will be one of the last times that there will be any type of presentations, because the next step will be July 12th, where they will hold their actual public hearing. Then, you have another chance in September before they finalize. Now, the rumor is that your sheriff, not my sheriff, is going to propose these body cameras. That's what the news media keeps telling us. However, When Michael Marsh got a hold of his budget, them damn cameras weren't there. But the rumor is he's going to have those cameras there. He's going to ask the county commissioner. And let me explain this to you, because they won't explain it to you. The Board of County Commissioners, okay, they cannot tell a constitutional officer, an elected official, which good old sheriff is, they cannot tell him how to run his agency. Those were actually the famous words of Mr. Solare, another dumbass. I'm sorry. Another fine county commissioner. They cannot tell the sheriff, okay, what to do with his budget. Now, in order for the body cams to be voted on by the county commissioners, your sheriff has to propose them. See, that's what you don't hear from your sheriff. Your sheriff just tells you to come on out, okay? No. Let me explain, sheriff, just in case you're not familiar with the budget. Which, as smart as the sheriff is, you think he would explain to us the budget process? Because, man, I tell you, the sheriff is very smart. Don't let that trooper days fool you. Sheriff Laurie is a very intelligent man. And y'all pray for the sheriff. I think he's about to be single, so he may be taking applications for any beautiful young ladies out there. I know that's so mean. But you know what's mean is when I sat with the good old sheriff years ago and told him that my stuff was stolen at a sheriff's office auction. And his pompous, arrogant response was, "What's your point?" What's my point? So listen, I have no pity whatsoever. I enjoy the fact that the media is not letting up on your Indian River County Sheriff's Office. And I promise you, they won't. Shouts out to all those great, hardworking news media outlets out there who have done some great stories actually giving the correct and true narrative when in response to Alteria Woods. And don't worry, those stories will be retracted very, very soon on all the lies that was told. Just wait for it. Oh, wait for it. So, after that, July 3rd, we're going to rally in front of the Indian River County Courthouse. Listen, if they can rally about Trump, you damn right we're going to rally for Alteria Woods. Simple as that. Why are we going to rally? Because the fact that your state attorney's office has to send this to a grand jury is a disgrace and a travesty of justice. So, we want to make sure that the grand jury hears our voice. Let them know that we're watching, and we need them to do the right thing. Listen, it happened in the Corey Jones case, and I'm very proud that the last rally I did, when we went to the state attorney's house, which got me a mugshot, but it was beautiful. Days later, killer cop Newman Raja was arrested for the murder of Corey Jones. I want the same thing to happen. Luckily, there's no train tracks by the courthouse, but I want the same thing to happen here, and that's what we must do. The grand jury will have this case in front of them, most likely next month. So it's time that we continue. In the same words of Miss Woods, we shall now be Alteria's voice. So be there. At every one of these events, have your shirts on. This needs to haunt the killer or killers of Alteria Woods. Period. Period. So anyways, we're going to continue to keep exposing. And I see you, Alex. Appreciate you, man. Alex came all the way from Palm Beach. And we're going to rally again, Alex. Soon come. Soon come. Listen, we will not stop until we get justice for Alteria Woods. And as always, it's I am, you are, we are.
Team Success!
Hey! What's your daddy?
Activist.
What does an activist do?
Fights corruption.
Oh! You see that? Oh. Teach them young, and they shall not stray. Kobe!
Kobe.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago. And so this is another way to give. And it's a nice thing too, because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me, and I'm sick of it. So I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.